from Strongest Minds. So this is part 2 on our sadness, depression video. I use the word sadness a lot because depression is a medical term. I'm really not allowed to use it. I'm a practitioner, not a doctor. But I want you to understand that when I talk about sadness, I am talking about depression. So I want to add a couple that I spoke about earlier in our part 2 session. I want to get in even a little deeper with some of the remedies, and some I'll be looking at the book so I can give you a very clear picture of what the differences are. So I want to talk about feeling discouragement, despondent, when things aren't going your way. You're easily discouraged and depressed when things go wrong and you're faced with difficulties. So this is from an identifiable cause. Is it something that's going on with illness? Is there something that's going on in your career? Have you had a long-term illness and you're becoming despondent? Also for children that get very discouraged with their schoolwork, adults that are very discouraged in business, you can use this for. The positive potential of Gentian is that you are doing your best no matter what the results. The obstacles do not seem all that great. You can get through it. There's conviction that any difficulties will be overcome in the end. You were feeling disheartened, but you know that you can get through it. And this is Gentian. Gentian is by Bach Remedy. Another one that I talk about is waratah. Waratah is from Australian bush, and this is about terrible despair, terrible hopelessness, that you feel like you cannot go on. You just want to give up. And what this remedy does, it brings you the courage, it brings you tenacity, it brings you faith. It brings you to know that you can get through it. This is a very deep acting and very fast acting remedy because of the reasoning why we use it. It is hopelessness, inability to respond to a crisis. The sadness is that deep and that intense. And that is waratah, W-A-R-A-T-A-H, from Australian bush. It's a very powerful remedy. Now, a lot of these remedies we also use for physical ailments, but we don't really talk about this. I talk about that when I am teaching my course because we really focus on state of mind with these remedies. So then we have one other one. I want to talk about actually remedies for SAD, S period, A period, D period, and that is for seasonal affective disorder in areas where it might be very, very cold once it starts to hit, sometimes as early as September, but October, definitely November, when the outside is bleak and we're not getting enough sunlight, we really start to feel it. And so there are 2 different remedies that I'm going to suggest to you. So one is St. John's wort, W-O-R-T, and this is from FES, flower essences. You would take this remedy. Another remedy that you could take, there's 2 remedies that you mix together, also from Australian bush flower essences, and that would be bush iris and sunshine wattle. Sunshine wattle is one of my favorite remedies. I use it for anxiety. I believe I was just talking about it for hopelessness in our part 1. But when you mix it with bush iris, also from Australian bush, it works for that seasonal affective disorder that we feel during those cold months of the year. Another beautiful remedy that you can use is gorse, and it's from fintorn Remedies. Now, there are 2 gorses. There is gorse in Bach flower remedies, and then there's gorse in fintorn flower essences. Gorgeous remedy, all about joy, holding back from real engagement in life, when you feel depleted of your energy, your strength, and your willpower, when you feel disheartened, when you feel withdrawn, this is a beautiful remedy that uplifts your heart and your mind. It gives you clarity and connection back to your vitality, strengthens your resolve, and gets you back engaged with life. You can compare this to Wild Rose from Bach that I spoke about in part 1. But if you really want to go a little bit deeper, fintorn, flower essence, and gorse, Gorse, is an amazing remedy to play with. So if I did not touch on any of the remedies that you want to talk about, I'm really addressing sadness and depression in these remedies. I'm not talking about grief and that kind of sadness. I will do that in another video if you request that. But this is all about getting back to yourself and feeling good inside, getting rid of sadness and understanding that each of us should be helped individually when it comes to our challenges, and sadness and depression is included in that. Figure out what you resonate with in the sadness that you have, and then take the appropriate remedy and you will feel amazing results. Take care, my friends. Amy D. Cohen, Strongest Minds. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go to my Facebook page, Center for Soul Medicine, and you will see a lot more videos. Bye now.